That's the oil. My scalp's feeling better, but I'm leaving the oil on another day. Where's my charger? Do I need my charger? I don't know if I need my charger. I think it's in the room. Do I need it? We'll just leave these without any juice. I was going to take these to Rosalind Chapel, but they're a-holes now. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to film inside the chapel or anything. See, since the Da Vinci Code came out, they've ruined it. The first time I went to Rosalind Chapel, it was just like an ordinary chapel that you could just walk in. It's £10 to get in. That's not what I was. It's the recording thing. I wanted to take you in to show you the carvings. What's the point of that? Anyway, there's a wee park that we might go. So Edinburgh, what do you think, guys? Just want to go to Edinburgh? Golfer girl, good morning. Golfer girl, we might go to that wee place, that wee Rosalind Glen. It looks quite spooky, doesn't it? Look at this. Look at this, guys. Ooh, that looks quite spooky, doesn't it? So I might take these there. I was going to, now, Rosalind is right next to, well, that's right next to Rosalind Chapel, right? So I was going to swing by Rosalind Chapel. Edge of ASMR, good morning. I don't know what you said. I'm going to find you. I'm going to find out. Edinburgh golfer girl, I've not too used to Edinburgh. I'll need Sophie to be my sat-nav because the motorways are wild when you go there. There's the Edinburgh bypass, but there's the Edinburgh bypass north and south and all the rest of it. But listen, see, we got lost. Oh, were you watching Scotland video, Edge of Us? I hope you enjoyed it. So I've never took used to Edinburgh. In fact, I've never drove to Edinburgh myself, so it'll be a first for us again. So I think we'll do that. And I'll pack a wee packed lunch for me and Soph. We'll have a wee packed lunch because it looks quite nice. So I've actually got the old Google Maps up as we speak, planning the route. But that'll be good. You see, even if we get lost, we get lost. We might end up Edinburgh Castle. Who knows where we're going to end up? The plan is to go to that wee park, that wee glen, and sit there and have a picnic. But look, I was annoyed, but I was a wee bit annoyed. I won't lie about it. And it's all to do with the Da Vinci. No, I like that book, the Da Vinci Codes, but they've ruined Rosalind Chapel. They've ruined it. I'll show you that anyway. I'll show you what's going to take you. This is the chapel. Now, see, when I went, the scaffolding all the way up there. So see, even on the top of the roof, it's all carved. It's all carved and beautiful, beautiful carvings and stuff like that. And then the Da Vinci Code happened, and they built a big, massive. There's the scaffolding. It's pictures thingy. Oh, there it is. That I was there when that was happening. All the scaffolding. There you go. See, I was away up there. Right in there, that's where you go down the stairs and see on that roof there, there's a 5-pointed star, like a Wiccan thing. It's got every kind of carving you could possibly see. I'm on motorway. It's got loads and loads of carvings. I mean, it is beautiful, right? And if you were coming to Scotland, I'd recommend you go there just to see it because it's beautiful. But what's the point of me taking you when I can't take you in to show you that? That's the whole point. To show you the beautiful carvings and stuff like that. And the carvings, some of them, are, as I say, are like Wiccan, you've got Masonic signs, you've got Catholic prods, you've got all these different signs, Sky, good morning, beautiful Sky. Yes, that's the chapel from the movie, Golfer Girl. And in that chapel, see, even before the movie happened, right, I'd been there a few times. It's meant to contain something like the Holy Grail or something like that, right? And that's true. It's meant to contain something secret. Some people think it contains a porthole through to another dimension, right? It's just some people believe that. Now, even before the Da Vinci Code movie happened, St. Clair's, I think it is, that own it, drilled a hole all the way down because there's something underneath that building and they don't know what it is. but the building's so beautiful and they don't want to mess about with it, so whatever's under there's under there. Catherine, good morning to you. It's the Homer Simpson one that I got yesterday. I thought, let's try it. Let's try it today. So I was going to, what's the point? What's the point of going there? And I grudge that they've made a huge big centre with gift shops and all the rest of it. It was beautiful before. See, before it was just a normal chapel. It was just a wee chapel before, and now it's blown up to something else. But it is absolutely breathtaking when you're in, because every single inch of the place has got some sort of carving on it, and it's all religions and things like that. And I've got a wee story. They've got two pillars, right? There's one pillar that's kind of plain, and that was the master mason done that pillar, right? And he went away a wee trip and said to his apprentice, right, you build another one here, you build another pillar here. So the apprentice made this beautiful, beautiful pillar, and it's all swirly like this. It's all absolutely gorgeously carved. When the master mason came home and seen this beautiful work of art that the apprentice done, he killed him. He murdered the apprentice. So everybody else were really pissed off about that. So they decided they were going to murder the mason, which they did. And to this day, they've got a carving of the master mason up in Roslin Chapel, forever looking at the apprentice column. So, I mean, there's all the wee stories that I had for yous. What's the point when I can't take yous in? Absolutely no recording material allowed in the building, it said. That's rubbish. You're not allowed to take pictures, you're not allowed to get any kind of camera in. Come on now, that's terrible. Taylor, good morning to you. You've been watching me for years. I hope I'm not a disappointment to you. Yes, Catherine, that's a true story. So the Master Mason's actually up there. They've got carvings of Jesus. They've got carvings of so many green men. And the thing, green men look scary. I've got one out there that I actually got in Roslin Chapel. The green men look scary, but the green men are your friends. The green men are there to warding off any kind of evil spirit that might be trying to attack you. So that's how I've got my green man out in the hall to kind of warding off any kind of evil person coming into the house. You know, it's just like that. But we can't go there because that's pants. But we can go to this place that's right next to Roslin Chapel. We might be able to see it in the distance. I'm not sure. I've not Google mapped it that far yet. But that wee glen looks good, doesn't it? That wee glen looks good. And it's in Roslin Glen Country Park. And it looks spooky. So we could go there, and me and Sophie could sit and have a wee piece and salad. But that's disappointing that they've done all that with the Roslin Chapel. Taylor, thank you so much. Thank you so much. In Edinburgh, you haven't been there yet. I've took you right through Glasgow, so I'll take you right through Edinburgh. We'll go there. And they talk a little bit different from me. When the Edinburgh people talk, they kind of sing. I think they sing when they talk. They kind of sing their words when they talk, whereas I'm just rough as a badger's ass. So I think that's where we'll go on Friday. We'll go there. But I'm going to just have to do this like once every week or once every couple of weeks, because I was £60 last week in petrol. £60. I wish I could do it every day for you, but I just can't do it. And then the internet and all that. So, but I do still want to take these wee drives places. Oh, do you know what else we might see? That's right across the road for Roslin Chapel, actually. The cloning place, the place they like to clone things, is true. There's a cloning facility right across from Roslin Chapel, and they actually cloned the very first sheep. Dolly was her name. You can look up Dolly the sheep. Dolly, they cloned this bloody sheep. Maybe I'll go and get a lot of wee blueberry clones. Can you imagine a world like that? Just full of blueberry clones. Oh, my Sky, I love you so much. But yet, that's a bit... Now, I wonder what's going on in that facility. the cloning and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel good about the whole cloning situation, messing about with Mother Nature. Have they not seen the film Jurassic Park? It can go really, really wrong, so it can. They want to sit down and binge watch Jurassic Park and see how that worked out. Not very good. Not very good. But we might drive by that as well, so we'll have a wee look out for that, the cloning facility. I wonder if they do day tours. Take us, let's go and see where people get cloned. Let's go in here. I don't know what kind of experiments they get up to in these kind of places. That's horrible seeing you think it. You're like, oh, wonder what they're cloning. God knows what happened to Dolly the sheep. God knows what happened to Dolly the sheep and the clone. There's been no more said about it. I'm going to look it up. I need to know what happened to that sheep now. Dolly the sheep clone comes up straight away. There it is. Dolly was a female Finnish Dorset sheep and the first mammal cloned from an adult somatic cell. She was cloned by Associates of Roslin, don't you? Institute in Scotland, using the process of nuclear transfer from a cell taken from a mammary gland. Right, what happened to Dolly? What happened? What happened to bloody Dolly the sheep? She died. She's dead now. Oh, she had a lung tumour. Dolly had a lung tumour. Where's poor Dolly, the bloody sheep? Like, look. Dolly the sheep. Right, so that's all kicking off here. That's what some folk like to do in their spare time. A wee bit of cloning. A wee bit of cloning. Why not do that? A wee bit of cloning. Sky, they're crazy. See, I'm not happy about the whole messing with Mother Nature stuff. See the mixing tigers and tigers and lions together, making a liger and stuff like that. I don't like that. That's messing about with Mother Nature. Mother Nature should be just left alone to do her own thing. Mother Nature will kick her ass if she wants. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at the whole virus that we've had. So all this cloning stuff, and I'm no happy about it. I'm not keen on it at all. I'm not keen on cloning. Never thought I'd say that today, but there you are. I said it. A wee bit of cloning. Let's have a wee bit of cloning. Yeah, Catherine, see, I didn't even know people done that. We're always just happy with whatever we've got, as long as it's a healthy baba. That's all you're after. I mean, I had two girls. I had Sophie and Amanda, right? And then there was quite a big age gap, and then I fell pregnant with Peter. And before I knew it was a boy, I had a girl name and a boy name, and I was thinking about, if it's a girl, oh my goodness, it's going to be just a house full of women. What's it going to be like? And I was going to call her Rachel. And we were excited. If it had been a girl, that wouldn't have bothered me. It was just a healthy baby that we wanted. So, yeah, I don't like that. I mean, but remember when Amanda was pregnant, and she said that she'd go privately to find out what gender was, because some people, in Amanda's words, were kicking off after they get told what they were having a girl. Kicking off. What? Who's doing that? Who's doing that? And see if they shouldn't have children if that's the way they feel. That they shouldn't. They should be like, right, no children for you. No. So I'm not keen on the whole cloning thing and the poor Dolly the sheep. And what happened to Dolly's clone? What happened? Did that? Hold on a minute. I didn't do that. To Dolly the sheep's clone. What the hell happened to the clone? Yeah, Dolly died. We know Dolly died. There's not even telling you what happened to the clone. Oh, Dolly was the clone, right? Is Dolly the clone? I think Dolly is the clone. There you go. Dolly is the clone of another sheep. Who was the sheep that was... So many questions. Who was the sheep that was cloned? Then... Yeah, Edge of His, but Dolly was the clone. Who was the mother of the clone? What happened to the mother of the clone? What happened to Dolly the sheep's mum? It wouldn't be her mum, wouldn't it, if it was a clone? I don't think I'm going to ever find the answer. Yeah, Dolly was the clone. Dolly was the clone. Right, taken from cell gland of a 6-year-old. It's not even giving you the Dolly's mum or clone. It's weird. It's just, in my mind, I'm thinking, what else are they cloning? Do you know what I mean? Are they both called Dolly? Dolly 1, Dolly 2. Paulette, good morning to you. Good morning. Catherine, I dread to think what they're up to in there. I do know they've got rats going about with ears on them, like human ears. Right, they've got all that kind of thing going on. Rats with human ears on them. I'm not wanting to see that. It just doesn't sit right with me, all that kind of. But listen, we might drive by that. I'll have a look and see if we can drive by it. We'll be able to drive by Rosalind Chapel as well. We might be able to go into the car park. I'll have a look and see if we can do that. We can look at Rosalind Chapel from afar. But even then, you can still see some of the carvings and stuff like that. But it's meant to be on some kind of, I don't know, some kind of porthole to another dimension or something. We might get sucked in. I dread to think what's going on in that place. They're up to no good, is what they're doing, and they will be tampering with dinosaurs. That's what they'll be doing. And they should watch Jeff Goldblum. Watch me that damn. So that I'm going to be taking these. Imagine it in Scotland to the cloning facility. You'd never think that, would you? You'd never think that it'd be like in Edinburgh that they'd be doing all that. We're going to do the deal. I don't know. Let's make another pop. Let's just clone another poppy. No, there's only one poppy. There's only one. My goodness. So that's what we'll get up to. But this wee, let's have a look more about this wee place that I am going to take his. Right, let's have a look and see what it says about this place. Rosalind Glen. Oh, it looks lovely. See photos. That's what we want to see, photos. Oh, aye. Oh, it looks nice. Wait, see, I'm going to take these in. Oh, it looks like there's a kilt on. There's a lady with a kilt on. Oh, it looks dead nice, doesn't it? Look, there's that wee castle thing. Oh, a wee bridge. Oh, that looks cute. Oh, can you see Rosalind Chapel from the Glen? Yes, you can. You can see Rosalind Chapel from the Glen. So you'll be able to see Rosalind Chapel. We'll just not be able to go inside the bloody thing. I'm blaming Tom Hanks. I'm going to write Tom Hanks. You've ruined Rosalind Chapel, Tom. Get back on that desert island with you. Go and talk to Mr. Wilson. Do you love a bit of Tom Hanks movie? See that? I know, Sky, the day crazy stuff like that. I don't like it. No, I've not watched Moonfall yet. Golfer Girl, I've not seen it yet. Yesterday I was busy all day long, and then I was watching the Johnny Depp trial in the afternoon. It's Amber Heard's turn now. Oh, God, they're tired there. Sorry, guys. And I've been doing my flash. I was up seeing Flashy this morning. Oh my God. As soon as I go in, she's right round me like that, Flashy. And I'm like, oh, come here, Auntie Linda's baby, like that. And she's so cute. Oh, Golf Girl, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to do that today, right? I will watch that today. Moonfall. Oh my goodness. See the alien things. What was it? That was dead disappointing, that film the other day I watched with Keanu. What was it called? The Day the Earth Stood Still. Listen, save yourself an hour and a half. I was like an hour into it going, oh, this is absolutely terrible, this movie. Terrible. This movie's absolutely rotten. And I was thinking, I've already spent an hour watching it. I'm going to need to watch it to the end. It might pick up. And it never did. It never did pick up. It's the only film with Keanu I've seen that has been terrible. Oh, it's a rainy day. They said in the radio, the sun's coming out the lie. Finlay, good morning to you, lovely Finlay. Thank you so much for coming into the chat today. I'm taking you, Finlay, to a place called Rosalind Glen. We're going to Rosalind Glen on Friday. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, it looks nice. We have wee sandwiches and stuff like that. Oh, I quite fancy an egg sandwich again. Don't know what it is. I do like a bit of egg sandwich. Maybe an egg sandwich. Sophie won't like that. She'll want that cheese that she likes. I'll take that. I'll need to take some of my boiled eggs and my salt. Keanu, I mean, he's good to look at, Sky. Especially see in The Matrix. I love him in The Matrix with all that kind of leather gear on. Oh. You're in Kirkcaldy. I'm in Glasgow. Kirkcaldy. Well, I'm going out, Finlay, we're going out to Edinburgh on Friday. We'll go out to Edinburgh. And so we've already been that way. We went away to Kilmarnock a few weekends ago. So we're going, listen, and then, do you know, see after that, we're going south. We're going south. We might even go to the border. Might need go here, go to Gretna Green and marry yous all. I need to keep that for a Saturday. Taking us to Gretna Green, let's all just get married together. Marrying everybody. Taking the laptop and saying, marry us, marry me to all of my subscribers. Oh yes, Guy, a bit of leather's good. Do you know what else is good? Cowboy gear. I like a bit of cowboy. See the chaps and stuff like that. Well, I wouldn't object to that if that came out as a fashion thing. Just chaps, gentlemen. Saying that Christina Aguilera was also good in the chaps, wasn't she? She rocked a pair of chaps. Clint Eastwood and things like that. Oh, aye. Lee Marvin. Bit of cowboy, I like that. A bit of cowboy. What do you not like? What's that I don't like? Not much. I like all shapes and sizes and looks and stuff like that. That doesn't bother me. A bit of extra weight on someone. That doesn't bother me at all. Bit of leather, aye, that's always good. But Keanu's like, oh, aye. That was the reason I was watching that movie and thinking it's going to get better. It's Keanu Reeves. It's going to get better. It wasn't. It was absolute pants. I wouldn't, Sky, especially seeing a Saturday. I love everybody knows that. I was telling Sophie. I was like, guess what my mum done? And I was telling Amanda. I was like, guess what I done again at the weekend? Look, I enjoy my Saturdays and it's all in good fun. And I really do enjoy myself, that's for sure. If I was that disappointed with myself and stuff like that, I wouldn't drink at all. But, it's just something I've got used to. I love people too much when I'm drunk, that's the thing. Yes, Guy, and at my age, I'm living now. I'm definitely doing a bit of living, especially with this wee driving that we're doing. I went out to see my mum yesterday, which was great. I went out to my mum and dad's yesterday and seen their wee dog and seen my mum and dad's garden. It's absolutely beautiful. They've got really quite a long garden. It's quite a big garden they've got. And when you go out first, Rachel, good morning to you. when you go out first, they've got artificial grass, right? And my mum's got one of these swings that you sit in. You just swing like that. She's got one of them and a table and chairs. And then there's a wee bit that you go down. Oh, and my dad's got a shed that you could actually put a bed in it. It's so big. I said to him, I said, you know what I'd be doing with this shed? I said, I'd have a few wee sneaky bottles of flavouring in this shed. I'd have posters of Aquaman and stuff like that. You know, Johnny Depp, I'd have that. And anyway, my dad's got gardening stuff in it. But things to pot plants. And then he's got a greenhouse that he's doing tomato. It's a huge big garden they've got and it's absolutely gorgeous. Palm trees, we couldn't grow a palm tree where I stay. No chance a palm tree would grow, but they stay out at Falkirk and their weather system's a bit different for ours because I can be out at my mum and dad's and it'll be scorchio. And see, as soon as I drive here, there's a cloud, it's raining. So, and I'll phone her and go, it's a terrible day. And she goes, it's beautiful here. And I'll say, you're lying. And she'll show me out her window and it's gorgeous. So, they stay in that's how they can do palm trees. Rachel, how are you? I hope you're doing good. I hope Green Rose's mum's doing all right. I've been thinking about Green Rose's mum. And I said a wee prayer and everything last night. I hope she's doing okay. I've been trying to send healing vibes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? The Love Shack, dee 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 dee. We can get together. Love Shack, baby, Love Shack. I love Shack. Yes. That's it, come into the shack. You know, instead of take them into the shack with you. Johnny, you go in the shack. Aquaman, you come into the bungalow. Johnny, you'll have your turn shortly. Right, Aquaman, it's your turn for the shack. The shack of love. Here, it could be one of the rooms, like the 50 Shades room, the red room, only the red shack. The red shack. I like to play. You know, I can imagine it. I've got some games I like to play. Do you want to see them? It's going in this shack here. Would you like me to open the shack? Once I open the shack, there's no turning back. Once I open this shack. You know what I mean? It'd be like weird chairs and stuff that you strap yourself in. I don't know. Just you can strap yourself in this chair here, look. Straps. I don't know. All sorts of stuff. I don't know if you strap yourself in first and then I'll take a shot of the strapping in. Can you imagine it? Oh, I can imagine it. Jamie Doran, is that the guy from Outlander? Because I think that's the guy that my cousin's got a crush on. She stays in Canada. Yeah, and they were doing Outlander down the Glen. And she was saying to me, are you going down, cousin? And I was going, no, I'm not going to bother. Jamie's down there. I'm sure it was him. He's down there. I was like, well. See, if it had been Aquaman, I'd have been out the house in my pyjamas down the Glen. Oh, it was a guy that was in 50 Shades. He was all right. I mean, he wasn't any Johnny Depp or Aquaman. I would have said yes. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't have said no. But then again, I think I'd say yes to almost everyone. But it was a good looking boy, but nothing to write home about. Do you know what I mean? He was just like, oh well. But do you know the room wasn't even that naughty. I didn't think it was this is the red room, right? There was a panic going on in Glasgow. There was a guy walking up and down the picture hall, shining torches on people. Right, you get back in your chair. When 50 Shades was going out, I thought this is going to be an absolutely stotery of film. It was mild. I thought a wee bit of mild spanking. That's what it was. A wee bit of mild spanking. Is that it? Is that all it is? Jamie, come to Glasgow. I'll show you. Get in the bloody restraint chair. In the chair, Jamie. See, this is it. You can't take me places. Yeah, he's all right. I mean, he's no a bad looking guy. I mean, you'd say He's a good looking guy, but he's just no my type. I like a bit of rough. I like a bit of Aquaman, a bit of Johnny Depp, pirate kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I like that, a bit of rough and ready. So I say, cowboys, policemen, sailors. Not postmen, no, because I had the bad incident with the stalker postman, but you know, all that type is okay for me. Who knows? I might meet someone in Friday when we're away in Edinburgh. See how they've got a different. See if I can record someone talking, you'll hear the different sounding of the Edinburgh accent to the Glasgow, and they also say Ken. You ken what I mean? Do you ken? Ken means no. Do you ken? I don't know about Ken, but I do know. You know, they call us Ouija's. We get called Ouija's because we're Glaswegians. Catherine, I do need the YMCA. YMCA. Do you know I used to work in the YMCA? Incidentally, I did. When I was 16, I worked in, there was a little charity shop in the YMCA, and I would work in there. And it was great. It wasn't just for the people from the YMCA. It was like a wee second hand shop. So, oh, God, I don't know if I should yawn or burp or what here. This is it. I mean, he's a good looking guy, but no the it wasn't as steamy as what I thought. It wasn't steamy. It wasn't even lukewarm for me. That. Listen, sat in the red room right there, a wee bit of blindfold and some spanking. Come on now, that's people are going crazy in the cinema hall. I thought, well, I just rubbed my hands going, what the hell's this? This is going to be great. Apparently the book's much better. I've not read the book. But I remember reading a bit of, I can't remember what book it was, but sitting and there was people around. It must have been like in the dentist or something. I've just picked up my book because they've got books sitting. And it was a bit of romance in this book, right? And then her soft thighs. And I'm reading it and looking about going, God, people are going to know that I'm reading this kind of stuff. And then he moved closer and I was like, oh God, here we go. I don't know if I should be reading that in front of people. I felt a bit awkward. I should be reading that in private or something, or in the bathroom. I should be reading that. I should be reading that in the dentist's office. Sky, this is the room that, you know, once you've seen it, there's no going back. Once you see it, I was like, oh God, what's in this room? I was a bit like, oh, here we go, there's going to be something to say. And, you know, a bit of spanking, a wee blindfold or two. Oh, come on. That's just normal. I thought it was going to be something. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know what I was... but it was more than that. I thought, is that it? Is that... My God. Yeah, they might come to my house on a Saturday night. Come to my house. Aye. As I say, I need to get one of these shacks out in the garden. Come to the shack. Once you've been in the shack, you will not be able to forget it. I know they would not be able to forget it. Jenny, good morning. Yeah, it was like I can't remember if it was the doctors or the dentist, but in the waiting room they've got books that you can just pick up and read. And I remember just picking up a book and just flicking it like that, and that catched my attention, like her soft thighs brushed against. I was like, oh my God. And I'm reading it and I can feel I feel a wee beamer coming on. I'm like, oh God, I don't know if I should be reading that. There's people there, there's children about, and I'm reading this. And then he was heavy breathing. I'm going, oh my God, it's getting worse. I had to close it because I was feeling a bit uncomfortable reading it in the doctor's office. I was like, oh, they shouldn't have that book there. Yeah, the mysterious, the rich guy. That's like Aquaman actually coming down to the bungalow. It's never going to happen. I know that. But there's always a good, got to have something to pretend about. I like to pretend that one day he actually will come down to the bungalow. But that's never going to happen. They like to mingle with their own, don't they? They don't want likes of us. I'm not sure, Jenny. I can't even remember. I don't even know where it was because I just picked it. It was years ago, Ted. It I'm sure it was a dentist, because they've got a wee table that's got books and all that on it. I'm sure it was there, and I just picked one up. Because they'd magazines and stuff, but I picked this book up, just to... Because I'm thinking about, oh God, I've got the bloody dentist. I'm going to get a filling and all that. And I'm just trying to take my mind off the dentist. And, oh, aye. I was like, I should have remembered the book and thought, I need to take that book home. What, do you sell these books? I'd like this one, please. And do you know what? There was another one. What was it called? Lady Chatterley's Lover. Right. Lady Chatterley's Lover. I think that book was banned at one point back in the 70s or 80s. Lady Chatterley's Lover, right? So, I mean, everybody would talk about it in school. Has anybody read that, Lady Chatterley's Lover? No, I've not read it. It's meant to be absolutely... It's a stotery about. It's absolutely... You need to read that. It's saucy as hell. Is it really? I need to get that. You'd hear whispers about Lady Chatterley's Lover, right? And I'd be like, I would need to get that. I watched the movie and there was a bit of hanky-panky in somebody's hut. That was it. That was all. I don't know what I'm expecting. But I was like, is that it? All that talk just for a fumble about in somebody's cottage? Come on. Oh, Catherine, see, that's what you dread, isn't it? Somebody like that doing stuff to you that's terrible. Ah, there's my lovely Pip. I hope you had a good sleep last night, Pip, and I hope Freddie was good for his mummy. Wouldn't that be terrible? See, if I was to... I'd pin him to the chair and go crazy with the bloody drill. That's what... Oh, you want to touch me, do you? How about this? Drill. And not in his mouth, I may add. He'd be getting drill rotten. Oh, you think it's funny touching me when I'm sleeping? Try this. Like that. Just shows you, though. I mean, that's one thing that you do worry about, don't you? You worry about stuff like that when you go under. I've not got much goodies now left for them to touch, but listen, me being me, I'd wake up and go, oh, aye. Oh, you can't keep your hands off me, can you there, doctor? Listen, I'm a bad lassie, what can I say? Very naughty. But listen, I'm excited, I'm actually excited. So I'm going to go down this road a few times because we've got to go into the Edinburgh bypass. And there's the Edinburgh bypass, north, south, east, west. There's all these different Edinburgh bypasses. So, and I suppose it's probably one of the busiest roads in Scotland. Look at me, I'm going to be going there. Let's go to the busiest road. Is he in that's where he deserves to be, Catherine, in prison, with some fella that likes him a lot. Yes, Guy, I'm better awake as well. See, if I'm unconscious, it's not going to be much fun. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be much fun at all. By God. Do you know, what was that saying that people used to say? And it's a bit like me. Nobody wants to be seen like going a moped, right? They all want to be seen driving a big Harley, but they're still fun, right? I'm a moped. Nobody wants to be seen doing me, but you know, I'm a good ride. I'm going to need to unmonetize this, isn't I? Again. Let me do that now. Let me unmonetize it now, because I've went too far. Always I seem to go too far, Linda. Em, my beautiful Em, good morning. I'm going to need to... I've been talking naughty. I've got to go in and unmonetize this video now. That's what I do. That's what I do in my spare time. Let's just turn that bad boy off. Off. There we go. Oh, it's been back on again. I said off. Save. Right. I'm a bad lass. I'm not saying anything crude or that. I'm just, innuendos, but still. To be on the safe side, let's just do that. How's your foot, Em? How's your foot today? There we go. That's us. Unmonetised. My bad girl. This laptop takes forever. I'm still waiting in the chat coming up. There we go. How's your foot, Em? Is your foot any better? Did you see the doctor? Have you got a stookie on it? Oh, I hate stookies. I hate stookies. Oh. Do you know, I took one off myself. It was terrible. I did it off one time. Don't ever do this. And see, today's stookies are different from stookies of the past. See, stookies of the past, when I was a wee girl and I got a stookie on. If you don't know what a stookie is, it's a plaster cast. If you get it wet, it would just crumble and come off, right? But stookies of now, they put this kind of mesh stuff in it, and by God, it's like concrete. So one time I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I've had enough of this stookie, and I thought I'm taking it off. So I get the saw out. Don't ever do this, by the way. I get the saw out and proceeded to try and saw this thing off. I was at it for about 2 hours trying to get through that. It was like, honestly, I was thinking I'm going to need a welding torch to try and get through this. Eventually I managed to get it off, but don't do that. You know. Yeah, we've been thinking about you, and also Green Rose. I've not seen Green Rose and I'm worried. Did you see her? Oh, she was pissed off, wasn't she? Oh, Johnny Depp's lawyers had said, objection, she's reading notes, she's not meant to be reading notes, and she was doing all that on the witness stand. The jury don't like that. The jury will think, oh, here we go. You've got to try and see if you're on a witness stand, you've got to try and just keep it cool. Keep it just like that for the jury. Yes, I've been watching it anyway, but did you see they're heckling her in the outside of the courtroom? Did you see them If you didn't know, right, see outside the courtroom, right, there's all these fans. I've been one of them. Johnny, I love you, Johnny, I love you. Johnny, come and give me babies, Johnny. Right, they're all like that outside the courtroom. So Amber gets out her car and they're all shouting. They're all shouting, why did you poop on the bed? Why did you poop on the bed, Amber? Amber, why do you need to poop on the bed? So she's getting all that outside the courtroom. So she fired her PR people. That's your fault they're shouting that. You're sacked. Yeah, I'll be thinking about Green Rose anyway. But black and blue, oh my goodness. Elevated, always have it elevated. You've got to have it above your heart. I don't know why, but see, when I get the metal rod in my leg, they told me that when you're putting your leg or whatever up, have it above the level of your heart. I don't know why that is. Who knows? But that's what they told me to do. So I used to just do that, have it above my heart. So I'm glad Amber's getting heckled, and I feel bad about saying that, but you know, doing that in somebody's bed, that's a disgrace. That's absolutely disgusting. That's in par with people having a shit in somebody's kettle. That's what that is. Why did you poop in the bed? I'd have been like that. Amber turd. I'd have been one of them. Johnny, marry me, Johnny. Johnny, I'm not after your money. Keep your money. Come with me. Try an old Scottish lady for a change. I'll take you a drive to Edinburgh on Friday, Johnny. That's it. I'd be like, he would nearly said yes. But he came out of the car yesterday and went, we need to stop meeting like this. Oh, Johnny. Oh, you're so funny, Johnny. Johnny, have my children. Oh, I'd have a sign made with my phone number on it. Johnny, get the digits. No. I mean, imagine doing that in somebody's bed. Come on. Yeah, I don't. Do you know why did they tell you to do that? I don't know why they tell. They just told me keep your leg above the level of your heart when your leg's up. I just done it. I was busy cross stitching at the time, something like that. Rachel, see in Glasgow, some people for a laugh, if there was like a house party, let's say, it would be like we would call it an empty. Right, somebody's mum and dad were away on holiday and said to them, look after the house for a few days. Oh, so and so's got an empty. I'd heard the people going in and having a wee shit in somebody's kettle. Nobody would know about it, right? Lids on the kettle. Mum and dad come back, bang the kettle on to make a cup of coffee, and it all boils up. And the hell? It's in the kettle. Always check your kettles after a party. Especially if you come to Scotland, check your kettles. And your Ventolin inhalers, check in that as well. Because did I tell you that horrible story? It'll scar you if I tell you it. I think I've told you it before. But it's another thing that was a guy in Glasgow done. It was like too far. I mean, there's a joke, there's the line there, and this guy went right. It wasn't a joke, it was almost like life-threatening, actually, what he'd done. I'm going to need to tell you now that I've went into all that. Right, I'll try and do it delicately. Right, so this boy was at an empty like a party, and he drank a lot anyway. The boy had asthma, so he had a Ventolin inhaler, right? Ventolin inhaler. So he falls asleep, and know how sometimes people take their eyebrows off or draw a moustache or something like that, right? Well, they seen the guy's Ventolin inhaler, and one of them had a great idea that he was going to give himself a little trim down below, a wee trim, and he took the cuttings off the thing and shoved it inside the Ventolin inhaler like that, and then put the lid back on and everything, put it back in his pocket. And the boy got up in the morning, the first thing he done was shake his inhaler and took a big deep breath like that, and it all went down his throat. Now, the Ventolin inhaler's to save the boy's life. So again, always check your Ventolin inhalers or any inhaler when you come to a party. Oh, see, this is it. Why do people need to do that outside? I would be embarrassed to do it outside. Listen, I don't even like going to public toilets in case you hear the plop. That embarrassing. Oh, sorry. Try and cough as the plop's going to happen. You know what I mean? I don't even like that. Goldust, good morning, my Goldust. Goldust, I'm taking you to Edinburgh on Friday. We're going to Edinburgh. We're going to a nice wee park. I was going to take you to Roslin, but Roslin Chapel's been an a-hole and not letting us in filming or taking pictures or anything like that in the chapel, so there's no point in going to, but we'll probably see it. You're always here even when you're not. You're always here. We always think about you when you're not here. Yeah, so that's a bad. And that was in our radio station. That was George Bowie had took that that call about the guy with the Ventolin inhaler. No, that's the nice with somebody's life there. I mean, there's a line, they went over it that day. That wasn't a joke. That was like dangerous stuff. Messing about with somebody's inhaler. But see now, even though I'm in my own house, if I have to take my Ventolin inhaler, I give it a wee puff first just to make sure there's no, and then take it. Scarred me for life, that one, the Ventolin inhaler thing. But it just shows you that the day when they're blazing. I don't do anything like that. I just send you naughty texts, apparently, to everyone. That's what I do on a Saturday. Not in malice or anything like that. It's just because I love you so much. Ooh, sky. Ooh la la. Ooh. Lovely. Love is in the air. Dee 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 dee. We just need to get me sorted with somebody now. I mean, Sophie's got a boyfriend. Amanda's already hooked up and everything. We need to get me sorted now. Listen, see if they watch my channel, they'll be like, that's a whole different kind of crazy. I'm not taking that on. Not taking her on, that's for sure. Look at her. Betty, it went fine. I took it like a man, so I did. I didn't take any sedative or anything like that. I done it myself, the endoscopy. So they found a small hiatus hernia. But they think that maybe this problem I've got might be to do with my spine, because I've got scoliosis, and they think that maybe the spine's moved in a wee bit or something and is squashing against the stomach. So I have to go for a tube. God knows when they're going to send my appointment. A tube down my nose, all the way down to the stomach, and they're keeping it there for 24 hours. And they also want to do CT scans and other stuff, and that scares me because, not because of the CT scan, I've had a million of them. It's about what they find in the CT scans, because they find everything in CT scans, and that's how they found my cancer, you see. So I'll be frightened getting one of them with the results. But the endoscopy, I took it great, so I did only bulked a couple of times. The doctor was like that, looking at me. I was like, what do you make of that, doctor? Bet you've not seen anything like that, have you? Finally, have a lovely, lovely day. I'm going to be going soon anyway. Because I'm going to get something to eat. I done my oh, is that what it's called? See, I don't know what it's. They tell me medical things. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Betty, yeah. So every time I get like any kind of ache or pain, I'm like, it's back. It's in my finger. I can feel it. My finger's sore. Cancer's in the finger. Everything that happens to me. If I've got a sore head, I'm like, it's in the brain now. That's it in the brain. You know, but I think just as surviving cancer, you're going to be like that forever. I'm going to be like that forever. So every test I get, I'm like, oh my God, it's going to come back bad, isn't it? It's going to be bad. I don't know if it's just me preparing myself in case it is. But see, if it was, then I would just have to deal with it the way I dealt with it the last time, and just, man up and just deal with it. Oh, gentlemen prefer blondes. Oh, I love that film as well. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Yes, Betty. See, this is I had got the CT scan for something completely different. I'd get a metal rod shoved up my leg, and I was getting a CT scan, but they'd done a full body scan because they thought I might have had a blood clot. And they found the cancer. That's when they found it. Because I'm in with the leg in the rear, and they're squeezing under my armpit. I was like, what the hell? And it was my ex-husband said, what were they saying about your leg? I says, I don't know, but they were squeezing about my armpit and all that. I don't know what for. They never explained. And then they did obviously explain. So that was. But they said lymph nodes, and I was like, what's a lymph node? I've never heard of a lymph node in my life. What does lymph nodes do? Worst thing I done was Google it. That was the worst thing. I was in the hospital going, oh my God. But that was back in 2014. And, look at me now. I thought I'd have been a goner, but I'm still going strong. Yeah, see, I've got the metal rod in the leg, and then I've got it looks like a nail, right, for the ankle bone going down the foot. That's how I've always said, if you can imagine your leg just now, and if you can imagine two sticks, right, a big stick and a small stick, and the big stick goes from your knee down, and someone wraps it, right, and then the small stick goes from your ankle down your foot, and somebody wraps it. Now, think about trying to bend that leg. I can only bend that leg a wee tiny bit, and if I bend it too much, it kills me. So that's all my leg bends. So see, when I'm going downstairs, I've got to go one stair at a time. But listen, that's what I've had to do. So, right, guys, I'm going to go, and I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'm going back onto my Google Maps so that I kind of know where I'm going on Friday. But we're going to Edinburgh. Maybe we'll see people in kilts. I don't know. There's a chance we might see people in kilties. So I love you all so much. And I'll be back to see you tomorrow. Have a lovely, lovely day. Bye, everyone.